All right. Home Squad Sports. Hope everyone's having a great Monday. We got a lot to go over. We got Bama looking like they're back. Lane Kiffin, a big win, probably his biggest win since he's been at Ole Miss, arguably. He's 1-0 in documentary games. We got Oregon. They got the dub. Ohio State gets the dub. A lot to go over. And another week with coaching changes. But first, before we get into it, Dalton, your team was on a bye week, so kind of a win-win for you. But how you doing, man?
Man, I'm better than I've been all year as a Sunday. Jackson Dart, 1-0. Shout out Jackson Dart, man. 1-0. Beat the 3-0 Chargers today. Great first game, man. So I could say Giants' future is looking great.
Yep.
Tebow had a good game. Yeah, we're looking good, man, in the future.
I agree. Go ahead and get into that. Shout out to Jackson Dart, our guy, getting the dub. You've seen last show. Shout out to everyone that tuned in. Shout out to everyone that tuned in last show on all platforms. We really appreciate it. It was our highest viewed show ever.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. We really appreciate it. And our guy, Jackson Dart, who we got to cover at the Senior Bowl, he got the win. He's undefeated as a starter, so shout out to him. Wide receiver goes down, Malik Neighbors, and he's still able to get the win. Dalton, what was your thoughts on the first game and your first thoughts in the sight of Jackson Dart as a starter?
I mean, they didn't really give him full reign of the offense. He didn't throw many passes, especially second half, but he didn't make any mistakes either. No picks, no turnovers, no fumbles. Great game overall. He had some wheels, man. This guy can run.
He is.
He knows how to run the ball.
He's mobile.
He had a great touchdown the first drive, 15-yard touchdown run right the middle. QB draw. And then he had a 24-yard run too. So he was looking explosive out there. And him and Tebow in the backfield's tough. And it sucks Neighbors went down. Their offense was going to look scary in the next couple weeks, I think. But it's all right, man. Like you said, maybe we can get a high draft pick now and just stack the board even more. We got a lot of talent, so.
I agree. It was definitely a win-win. Like you said, your Gators on the bye week, and our guy Jackson Dart able to get the win. I mean, in the short life of Home Squad, we've now got guys first rounders. Now we got guys starting already. Rookies got 2 or 3 starters in the rookies, and guys on the practice squad. Huge range, and couldn't be more than happier for him because Jackson Dart's a heck of a dude and heck of a player as well. But let's get into
too.
Yeah, exactly. And he's looking like he's in a just a right situation. And I think sky's the limit for him, honestly. But
you think before we move on, one question though, you think he saved Dable's job this year?
Maybe.
Does he? We got a lot of games left. So what do you think right now? If you had to predict it,
knowing the Giants, they'll probably let Daboll stick around. Sure. So
give 1 year of Dart, 1 full season.
Yeah.
I think it's the right call. See if he can develop one guy. Because Daniel Jones wasn't his guy anyways. He was already there, and he wasn't very good.
I mean, no matter how good the rest of the season goes, I don't think next year the expectation will be playoffs. If it happens, great. But expecting it going into a first full year with a guy, I think that's kind of crazy.
I don't know.
I think expecting it's crazy. I don't know if you look at a team like the Broncos, like with Bo Nix, who already been there with their first year, they're not expecting the playoffs.
I know
they're hoping to get back.
We're talking about.
They're not expecting it.
Our team's like our fan base is like starved, man. Like for a winner, like it's been so long.
I know,
but we won the Super Bowl basically, so we were already good.
I know, but there's also rumors that you are going to trade Dexter Lawrence.
Not after today, man. That pick he had.
I mean, that might. I mean,
he woke up like. He wasn't playing good before today. That's why we were going to trade him. And he woke up today. I mean, that pick was crazy.
Yeah.
You don't see that often from a D tackle, man.
No, you don't.
And he almost took it back. Good tackle, Justin Herbert. I'll give him that. Good tackle by the quarterback. But Justin Herbert played bad today, man. He's been playing great this year. Our D line really got to him. But
I agree.
Sam Pittman, man. How about him?
Man,
that's the right call. What about Arkansas?
Sam Pittman, Arkansas. They let him go. They're putting in Petrino, which is a questionable call.
It's crazy to say the least.
It's crazy
because looking at the future, I mean the past. If you know anything about Petrino's past, this is wild. I mean, it was crazy they went back to Louisville. We thought that was crazy because we know all about Louisville program and when he left overnight after he promised and signed the 10-year contract. He did the same thing at Arkansas, and now he's back, man. Crazy career he's had coaching. And we'll see what he does, man. I think he has nothing to lose here.
Yeah,
I'll say that. Nothing to lose.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
everything to gain, nothing to lose.
Yeah, but I hope they don't. I hope he doesn't get a couple wins and then they, give him a
full
deal.
time.
Yeah, I don't know. Hope they start that search, and we'll see who they try to get and which candidates they have. But yeah, man, they did make the change. They thought that was the best fit for them. I thought they've had some, I know, respectable loss is a loss, but
Before this week, yeah.
I will say before I will say I'm tired of I've seen a lot of fan bases take the moral victory route this
Yeah.
week, and I don't like that. I mean, even if a team that we have that I picked is wrong, Mississippi State, I thought they were going to win that game over Tennessee, but guess what? You lost, and everyone's still acting like they kind of won.
Right. Because
But
you took it to overtime?
yeah, so I mean, hey, good game, but you lost.
Yeah. At the end
And
of the day, that's what matters. I don't care if you lose by 3 or set the 17 at the end of the day.
I only bring that up is because if we're gonna live in a world where we have respectable losses, quote unquote, Arkansas had some of those.
Yeah, but not this week.
I know, but just off one game. But last week before, I mean, it was a 1 point game. So I mean,
Yeah,
it was
but
a respectable
you
loss.
can't lose at home. You can't lose to Group of 5 team either in the SEC.
I know.
So you lost a Group of 5 team and then lost by 43 back
I,
to back weeks, man.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, they probably
SEC teams don't lose by 43 either. Even Vandy, Kentucky, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
like 43 at home,
yeah.
that was the dagger. I mean,
I agree. That you make a good point.
56-13, bro. Like
I know. Yeah, you can't do it. I don't
against
know
a
who they
redshirt
get in there.
freshman quarterback too. Like I love CJ. We love CJ Carr. Both of us. I think he's going to be really good, especially 2 years when he's a junior. If he even goes that far, he might even go leave for the draft next year. The
Yeah.
way he's playing right now. But still, have a lot of experience and a road game. You'd think, I think a lot of people thought Arkansas would keep it close, man. Taylor
agree.
Green there, and so I think they're on the better pastures, man. I like Pittman as a guy; he's awesome. But he was never a head coach, in my opinion. He was an O-line coach. He was never OC, DC. Those are usually the guys that can make the transition. It's hard for O-line coach to make that transition because you're not in the limelight ever. You're not used to that. You're doing any recruit. You're doing some recruiting, but not as much as OC and DC.
Well, he went straight from O-line to head coach?
Yeah.
Okay, because most great head coaches were O-line guys, but they were a coordinator at some point.
That's what I mean.
So, yeah, I get that point. I get that. But, yeah, I don't know who they get. It's a weird one with Arkansas. I think that's a weird specific job. Not every coach could be successful there. Most coaches can't be successful
It's the best job so far open, though, right? I mean, but if
hell no.
I'll take that over UCLA or Virginia Tech.
Oklahoma State?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State?
Arkansas for sure.
No, you're tripping. No, it's
Oklahoma
Big 12.
State ain't. No.
It's way easier to win the Big 12 than it is the SEC.
Yeah, that's true.
Oklahoma State could string together a good NIL class and a good transfer portal class, and they can be in the Big 12 championship next year. Arkansas, the odds of them being in the SEC championship next year are so slim.
next year. But if you go, you're playing for the future.
But we see teams flip it in a year. We're seeing all these teams. We're seeing a lot of these teams flip it in a whole year and win the conference. We're going to see it a lot, man, because NIL, it's the power of it. We're seeing Texas Tech flip it in short amount of time. We've seen SMU flip it. They just won it last year. If you got the money, you got a chance. And that's why I think a lot of these ADs are kind of less patient with these coaches because they're like, yo, I can get somebody in here and just cash out and get some wins if you're not going to do it. So that's my take on it. I don't know who they get in there. That's where I'm kind of stumped.
Yeah, me
I
either.
don't know if they get maybe a John Gruden. I think Gruden can maybe work there. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea, really, honestly. I just don't know what they're looking at. I don't know what their target is, like how high they're reaching.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna go with a coordinator or a head coach from a group of 5 school or a lower power 4 school. I don't know. I have no idea yet, so we'll see. But they need to go in a different direction, man.
I agree. I think we're going to see a lot of teams kind of be less patient as the time moves forward, and because they're in for more money every year, and they want to return that investment. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. They're going to start that search and see who they get in there, and we'll see how Petrino pans out. Like, familiar faces around there. He's been there before. Look up that story. It went crazy. I know it was a long time ago, but
Yeah,
the scandal that happened here, and to see him back at the helm, head coach, interim or not, is just never thought I would see that. Let alone like in the SEC, let alone the same school he was at.
it's the weirdest career path. Like I said, man, coached at Arkansas and Louisville twice. Like you don't see that.
Oh yeah, I mean he was
Coached
at
at 2 schools.
I mean he got his name back in the map and got really back because of Western Kentucky. I mean he did a pit stop at Western Kentucky.
He was good there.
He had a 1 year. He recruited our guys, took our teammate, 2 of our teammates, and then bounced to Louisville. Jeff Brom took over at Western Kentucky. Rest is history. And here we are in 25, and he is back at an SEC job. So we'll see what happens. Let's get into our top six, Dalton. All these games, we'll get to the first game chronologically. So it'd be bottom right.
Yeah.
TCU and Arizona State. Great game. Arizona State able to pull it out. They've been showing more heart and more heart every week, looking like not as skilled as last year. We all know that, but they're kind of showing that grit of Arizona State that we've learned to love these past 365 days. What was your thought on the game, Dalton?
17-0 lead for TCU, man. They had this one. Now all of a sudden their offense stopped working, which I haven't seen all year, So shout out to Arizona State's defense for sure. They were able to get it done in the second half. Miles Rouser, a huge game at safety there. Clayton Smith had a couple big sacks, so their defense really stepped up second half. And Levitt played a very efficient game, and of course Jordan Tyson had a big game. 2 touchdowns, 100 yards. He does that every week. But.
He's wide receiver 1, right? Or do you like Mekhi Lemon more?
I still like Tyson more, but it's getting closer every week, man. Lemon went off again.
Yes, he did.
But, he could get the dub.
I know.
As a receiver, I know, receivers ain't going to decide games most of the time, but I still like to see you get a dub. And Tyson's a reason Arizona State won. He scored the game-winning touchdown. So
okay, yeah, I love it.
4th and goal to 4. He scored at the minute 50 left to tie the game up, and then Arizona State was able to get the ball back and kick the game-winning field goal. So Jordan Tyson, man, really good receiver, really good.
He is.
They have nobody else. Like we talk about this every week with Arizona State. They have nobody else, man.
I know.
And it's like, okay, eventually some team's just going to stop him, right? Because they have nobody else. But he's just that good, I guess, man. 126 yards, 2 tuds. Yeah, dude's really good. Colorado, man, I can't believe Deion did that.
Yeah. Jordan Tyson, former Colorado Buff. Yeah, I went back on 247 to see when that timeline kind of how it broke.
I thought
I think he got there around January, and Tyson left around June or something around there. I don't know which one it was, but yeah, he was there, and it's really crazy to see because Colorado could definitely use him being wide receiver 1 on a lot of people's boards, mine included. But great win. Hoover could not get it done, and I had Arizona State on that one. Look at Sparky and them; they got it done doing him.
I mean, one injury shouldn't change the game, but I still think if Eric McCollister doesn't get hurt first drive of the game, and he's out the whole game.
Hey,
Player of the week last week, I think they win. I'm just saying.
I totally agree with you, man. Like, oh no, I'm
one of the best receivers in the country.
I'm the first person to say, like, if injuries do matter in football, especially if it's up front. It doesn't matter up front, skill position. It doesn't matter if they're a guy that's a solidified first stringer and they go down. That's hard to adjust.
Our player of the week last week too.
And it's easier to say that, back then it's easier to adjust when you have 3 or 4 or 5 stars like Alabama just loaded up. But with NIL, teams are not as deep as they once were. And it's a little bit harder if somebody goes down. And that's what gets into my next game, who I want to bring up. So, all right, yes, I got to, gluten, holler about my right pick with Arizona State. But let's go to our first top left here.
Man.
USC, Illinois. I had USC. I thought they were going to win. The reason why I bring up injuries, their left tackle didn't play. They're without their starting left tackle. They had another guy go down mid-game. And Maeva, man, he did throw a pick. He's not perfect, but I'm big on Jade Maeva, quarterback for USC. I think he's a top 5 quarterback in the country, but he could not get it done. I think this is on the USC defense, in my personal opinion. But what do you think, Dalton?
Yeah, you said it best. Lincoln Riley's defense finally reared their ugly head, 502 yards for Illinois. Huge bounce back game for Illinois, though. Let's give them all the credit in the world, man. After last week, 63-10. Everybody count them out this week. Xavier Scott out this game. Defense, they didn't ball out, but they did enough to get the win. They were up big going in the 4th. They gave up 2 garbage time touchdowns, really, to the limit, to make it look closer than it actually was. Illinois really dominated the game. If you watched it,
they did.
USC shouldn't have been as close as the score was. Illinois got lucky to end up winning, but it's because they made a lot of mistakes that they shouldn't have. But Altmaier had a great bounce back game, man. 328 yards passing, 2 tuds, no picks. Luke Altmaier, I don't know. What do you think? How good is he? I mean,
he's a good college quarterback, man. And I think a lot of people look at that and take that as a dig. I think it's a great compliment. He's a great
No,
college
no.
quarterback, man.
A lot of guys are like that.
Yeah, he's
Man.
playing good in a high level and the best guys around his age in the world. And is he an NFL guy? Would I want him on my NFL team? No. I would like Jaden Maeva all day, 8 days out of the week because they have a great system in USC. We were talking about it before we off camera. I really do like the brand of football they're starting to establish. And they're playing smash mouth football. Everyone was I was really skeptical on how they were going to adjust to the Big Ten. I mean, very skeptical. I'm like, how are they going to do this? Traveling, yeah, it's one thing, but playing against the big dogs, are they going to be able to do it? It's not a lot of the West Coast pretty boy offense, and they've been able to do it. I like what they're building. It's a bright future, but can't sugarcoat it, man. You lost the game. My Ava, though, he's making some pro reads. The reads aren't the problem. He makes good reads.
USC should be able to beat Illinois, though, bro. Every year. Just because it's USC, Illinois. USC should be able to beat
Bielema is a hard ass. He's a good coach. They're coming off a really bad. They're coming off. This is an identity game for them. This is a must win for Illinois. This wasn't a must win for USC.
I'm just saying, USC, they should win this game every year. So I think
agree.
they need to do something.
Hey.
I know they got a great recruiting class coming in, yada yada.
I take my picks. I put money on my picks. I had them.
I had them too.
I thought they were going to win, and I thought.
No, that's what I said. Shout out Illinois, man. You got to give them the credit. Great bounce back performance. Everybody count them out this week, us included, and they really proved everybody wrong. So I like Illinois still, man. I liked them a lot early this year. Yeah, they kind of threw me off last week, but great bounce back performance. I think they're gonna have a good year still. They're gonna have a good year. I mean, not playoff worthy, but
yeah, exactly.
9-3 maybe.
Yeah, maybe 8-4 or 9-3.
8-4 at the worst.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
they ain't gonna go 7-5.
If anyone's saying they're in the playoffs, you need to just pump the brakes.
Oh yeah.
Which we'll do our pump the brakes segment after we finish our sixth here, which I'm really excited to get into. I feel like might have a part 3 segment of the pump the brakes. Before we do that, sidetrack here. We were talking about it with the new expanded playoff and how it's looking. Conference championships games not really having too much weight anymore. Nobody that lost this week is really out of it.
No.
That who was in it before.
No.
I mean, all these teams are pretty much in it still, for the most part.
No, all of them.
Exactly. So, I mean,
they all got one loss.
Do you hate
every team that lost has one loss?
Do you hate that or love that?
It's great.
I love that.
Yeah,
I agree.
You don't gotta be perfect. It's hard to be perfect.
Yeah, man, it's hard. You can't be trying to go undefeated, and even one loss, you get an out of conference loss, in conference loss, 2 losses, man. That's not a bad season. You can't. I mean, this stuff's hard, man. And you look at around how many teams would beg to have a 2-loss season, 3-loss season, even 8-4, man. Especially depending where you're at in the program, new coach or wherever, circumstances. A lot of teams would kill for them, especially
8-4, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you look at a team like Mississippi State who's balling now, who barely, they barely lost, but they lost. If anyone expected them to go 8-4 preseason, you thought you were crazy. A lot of people didn't have them winning the SEC game. So it goes to show you it's so unpredictable. That's the best thing. That's the best thing I like about college football. Let's get into this next game, Dalton. The documentary game, the game everyone's been blowing up on social media, yada yada. Lane Kiffin able to get a signature win. A great win. Documentary drops 24-19 over LSU. Was this the biggest win since he's been at Ole Miss?
I mean, it's so early in the year. But, I mean, they're top 5, yeah. They haven't been ranked this high since he's been at Ole Miss. I know that much.
I'm not high on LSU. But I love Lane. So.
No, I'm not high on LSU at all after what I've seen the game I went to. I mean, the fact that we threw 5 picks and still freaking should have won, that's crazy.
True.
Like, they should have beat our ass, right? If you're a top 5 team in the country.
Yeah.
So, I think they got exposed this week. I mean, Nussmeier threw for 197. He's just been struggling all year. Not looking anything like the quarterback he was last season. Throwing 350, 400 yards a game last year. He's got really good receivers around him still. I know that O-line's not as good, but, man, you expect a little bit more out of him, man. He's been struggling. So, shout out to Ole Miss's defense, though.
Yes.
Their defense is so much improved from the past forever since Lane Kiffin's been there. It's the best defense he had so far. 4 games in. I know it's still pretty small sample size.
Right.
But, man, Chambliss and this defense, it's a good combination.
Trinidad Chambliss. Let's talk about it. The Ferris State transfer. I mean, I think he submitted himself as the leader of this team.
Oh yeah,
You got to roll with him at this point. He's your guy, and I think it's going to make it murky waters. May I say, swampy waters for Lane Kiffin. And what did you decide to do with your future, with your quarterback who you thought was your guy, and Austin Simmons looking like it may not be your guy? Do you take him with you? Do you leave this guy, or do you stick with him? That is the question I think with everyone's asking. No one knows, and that's my favorite part. I love a good speculation where no one knows what's going to happen. No
I
one knows what that dude's doing.
I swear I keep hearing writings on the wall. He's going to Florida, but like how? Why
No
y'all
one.
saying that?
No one
He has
knows.
to give no proof, no signs of that. Like shut up.
No.
Just getting our hopes up for no reason. I mean, if you get him, great, but I mean, if not, and he's I stayed Ole Miss, good for him because he's happy there. I mean, it's
Yeah.
cool to see Ole Miss win consistently.
Yes.
Rare, and it's cool, man. I love Lane, great guy. So it's cool to see Ole Miss. One of my favorite SEC teams outside of Florida because we never play them really.
Yeah.
So if we do, we usually win, even if they're better. Like remember Will Greer year? They like number 5, beat Alabama the week before. We smashed them.
Jack Hillier.
Even beat them last year with Dart. They were favored by like 17. So, but I love Ole Miss just because we usually beat them. So that's
Hey.
second favorite SEC team probably. So shout out Lane, man.
Shout out
The
Lane.
jerseys too.
I love Lane just because, man, he's seen so much and so young.
Yeah.
He's been through a lot, and to have that wisdom, you usually have that when you're already out of coaching, and you wish he could go back, yada yada. But he's still in it, and he's still writing his book, and I'm big fan of him. A lot of coaches they would have gave up, and this guy is just keep on coming back stronger and stronger. And I do think his phone's going to be going crazy in the next couple months, rightfully so. He's earned that. Just to think where he was at when he's got hired at FAU as a head coach, trying to bounce back from the coordinator at Alabama job, and no one knew how that was going to go, how he could work with G5 players. This wasn't a transfer portal era. How is that going to work? Is Lane Kiffin is he really a head coach? Can he do it? And I think he's proved everyone he's here, and he's looks like he's only grown and gotten better as time's gone forward, and that's what I love about Lane. Because so many guys we appreciate him when they're already out, like Saban. So many people take Saban and Brady. I know we're taking goats of the goats here,
Yeah.
but everybody started loving them after they were gone, after they were already out of the league. And it's like, man, Lane's had so many different lives, and he's done so many different versions where it's like it's hard not to like him at this point, no matter if you didn't like him at Tennessee, USC, the Raiders, Alabama. So shout out to Lane, and we'll see if he ends up at the Gators, man. We'll see. I think at the very least he's going to get a crazy raise from Ole Miss
Yeah.
because everybody's going to be calling, and we'll see how it unfolds. And I'm really eager to see how it really shakes out, man. But let's get into the next game. Shout out to Ole Miss, big win. Next game, Dalton, is Tennessee, Mississippi State. Another game where I've seen everyone about the moral victory stuff. Yeah, I had Mississippi State. I thought they were going to win. I thought they had it. But Aguilar and Tennessee able to get it done. What's your thoughts on it?
Great game, man. Mississippi State's they're a good team. They went blow for blow with this Tennessee the whole game.
Legit.
They just came a little short, but man, they're good. I mean, a lot of people didn't give them a chance this week. A lot of people were overlooking this game. Tennessee's going to win easy, but Mississippi State's a good team, man. I didn't know they'd be this improved.
No.
It's crazy.
No. Heck no.
Great job by Jeff Lebby, second year. Looked like a good hire.
Yes. He's probably going to get an extension, no doubt. And both these teams are real solid. I think a lot better than a lot of people thought, really.
Yeah, I
So-
didn't see Tennessee being that good either.
Yeah.
I didn't think Aguilar was legit. I mean, his picks are starting to show up again. He threw two this week. 5 picks the last 3 weeks. So he's got to bring those down again. He did 13 last year.
Yeah.
That's why I was worried about him coming into the year. But he's kind of making up for him with how explosive he is. 330 yards this week. They're averaging 54 points a game coming into this week. They
Crazy.
still scored 41, so they're still probably averaging 49, 50 points a game. Their offense is legit, man. That's 5 games, almost half the season.
Surprising. Didn't think we'd see both versions of these teams. At this point, you might see flashes of hope with Mississippi State improvement, but it not translate into the scoreboard technically or to your win-loss column. But man, both these teams are rallying up good wins, especially with Tennessee. They were in the playoffs with Nico. They make the trade. looks like they definitely won that trade, and they're off and running. But really thought they were going to win. A lot of games went to overtime, and
Thought Bothwell played great, man.
shout out to him.
The two running back transfers in the SEC from the Sun Belt, South Alabama and Louisiana Monroe, Hardy and Bothwell,
Shout out to Hardy.
both dominating the SEC. So it's gonna be more common to see that, I think, in the coming years in the portal for these smaller school running backs to go to the SEC and start balling out.
Oh yeah, you see guys that were
recruited guys.
Yeah, you see guys that were in JUCO. I seen a couple guys this weekend that were in Hutch JUCO, and I love a good running back story, man. I think that's the position where I really respect running backs, but you can find running backs in most all levels of college, one or two, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
any all the way down to either NAIA.
Oh yeah,
Because
there's one or two backs capable of playing D1 and NAI for sure.
yeah, especially for even if it's 1 year,
Yeah.
like a bridge guy. So yeah, I love it, and we'll see what happens with Tennessee in the future if they can keep it strong down the line. I'm really curious to see if Heupel can do it because
Still not high on this team for some reason.
yeah, it's hard. It's hard, but when they do win, I do respect it. I will say that. Am I skeptical on them still? Yeah, but I do respect it, and I do we give them the props when they get the win. So shout out to them. 41 points, definitely surprised with that. But let's get into the game who I was looking forward to outside of USC and Illinois. Oregon and Penn State, whiteout. They travel on the road and get the dub 30-24. Dante Moore, in my opinion, is the best quarterback in the nation. I know a lot of the guys going into the season that were highly touted. They're not anymore. And I think Dante Moore is kind of took the crown as the best quarterback in the nation so far. What do you think? Are you convinced about the Ducks? Do you have any more questions with them? And is this James Franklin's last year in Happy Valley?
Man, I don't think it's his last year.
Really?
They're still gonna make the playoffs probably.
Really?
Yeah, if I go 10-2 at the worst. They got Ohio State left. They're good. They usually beat everybody they're supposed to beat, right? And lose to the teams they're not supposed to. So, I mean, they're probably gonna lose one more game and go 10-2, make the playoffs. I don't think they fire them. They might win a playoff game again. They won one last year, so. I mean, yeah, he might never get the ship. So I don't know, but it's Penn State. I don't know.
I mean, Penn State's got they have a gauntlet here, man. I mean, they have Ohio. Yeah, they got Ohio State. Then they have Indiana. Then they got Michigan State. Then they got Nebraska. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not too high. They're giving me Clemson vibes. They got a lot of Clemson in their blood, in my opinion. Even though I think they're better than Clemson, I'll make that clear. I think that's a gauntlet, though. Aiden Childs is nothing to be played with. Rayola's looking better as time goes on.
Yeah,
I'm pumped the brakes possibly on him, but still, I think he's able to get a win, and pull a 4 quarters together. Then Indiana, Mendoza, I think he's top 3 quarterback in the nation, no question, in my opinion. Then you got Ohio State, and you got Iowa. So I do think, I don't know, I think they're going to lose 3 of those 4, possibly.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Their defense is still good.
They're either gonna beat Nebraska or they're gonna beat Michigan State. I don't know which one. They're gonna lose to one of those two.
No way. Their defense travels. They only gave 17 points regulation against Oregon, one of the best offenses in the country.
Supposedly. I don't think they're one of the best offenses in the country.
But Dante Moore, though, he's the best quarterback, so they got to have one of the best.
I think you could have the best quarterback, but still not the best. I don't know. Maybe they're like top 5.
The run game played way better, too.
They did.
They had in the past, so.
Okay, yeah.
And shout out Dylan Thiedemann, man.
I'd say they're one.
Shout out Dylan Thiedemann. He made the game winning play with the pick.
Dylan Thiedemann, game-sealing interception. Athlete, dude.
Yeah, he high-pointed that mug. Great pick.
That was impressive.
Love him.
That was off the video game.
He's a great safety, man. Maybe first-round pick.
First round still.
Probably.
Okay.
He's a great back-end defender, man. Harrison Smith type.
I don't hate it. But I was just surprised. I thought maybe you'd have like a second-round grade
I don't know. I think he's getting underrated now. He's overlooked.
I agree.
He don't have to stick out as much at Oregon. He's just there. But he made the game-winning play, so huge defensive play there.
Yeah, I think if Oregon can improve their D-line play a little bit, I think their future's bright. I think they're a shoe-in for at least.
I mean, they're tough to beat regardless.
Yeah, I think that right now they're going to be at least last 6, last 4. But right now I still have Ohio State in the driver's seat. I think they're still looking good. We'll get into them in just a second. We'll touch on them. But shout out to Oregon, Dan Lanning able to get the win on the road and the whiteout and the crazy atmosphere that Penn State is, but they always lose. But shout out to them. We'll see if they can string some more wins together. But Alabama strung it together, and Kirby Smart goes down to DeBoer. Doesn't even sound right coming out of my mouth. I'm not going to lie.
2-0-2.
0-2 against Kalen DeBoer, 24-21. Is Bama back?
I mean, no, not yet.
Thank you.
No, not yet.
Thank you.
But he is. I mean, 2-0 against Kirby is impressive. I ain't gonna sit here and lie about that.
Oh yes,
That's
true.
hard to do, man.
That's true.
So shout out to Kalen for that. But man, they still got a long way to go to be back. They gotta beat Vandy this week.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for Wednesday. We're having Chris Connor on the show Wednesdays from Last Call Podcast, so everyone tune into that. But the picks for this week is going to be crazy with Alabama and Vandy. Can't wait.
I'll go ahead and give y'all a sneak peek, man. I'm taking Vandy.
That's crazy.
Beat them last year. We're gonna beat them 2 years in a row.
It's not crazy.
Vandy's gonna be top 10 in the country after this week.
But I will.
That's crazy. That part's crazy.
Do you so you're saying? All right, if they're going to beat both years, it doesn't really matter. But do you trust Ty Simpson more than you trust Jalen Milroe?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think they got a shot.
Oh, absolutely. They're favored by 10.5. Yeah, they got a shot.
Okay.
Yeah, they're supposed to win. But I'm just calling the upset right now. I mean, Vandy's offense has been nothing but great all year.
Okay.
Nobody stopped them. Piavi has been so efficient.
And you like their offense more than Georgia's offense this year?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Stockton has grew on me, but I definitely thought he was going to get the win. Totally surprised by this game. I'm not going to lie. 24-21. The score doesn't surprise me at all, but just I definitely thought Kirby was going to get this win, man. I mean, totally. This is the game that surprised me the most. No question.
Yeah. Georgia got to go back to the drawing board, man. They barely beat Tennessee. Probably should have lost that game. They're not just, I mean, the portal might be getting to Kirby too.
I know.
Like nobody's bulletproof anymore in this era, so it's gonna be hard to have another Saban, I think, ever.
I think he's going to crack down on the quarterback seat recruits, and we have proof of that because our guy William Jackson's getting recruited by Georgia hard right now. So shout out to him. We'll see if Kirby Smart pulls the trigger and offers Will. He was at the game this past week.
They just don't have the guys they had 5 years ago.
I agree.
Going to the draft.
I agree.
They don't have 8 first-rounders anymore.
I agree. As a Green Bay Packer fan, can't believe we tied. But
Clay Walker and Wyatt, yeah.
We love some Georgia Bulldogs, and even then, since
it's Stokes, right?
Yes,
3 of them.
Even since then, it's and Bullard.
Bullard too, 4 of them.
So, yeah, we love the Georgia Bulldogs. I will honestly say these Bulldogs ain't those Bulldogs.
Their defense just has no. They have a couple, guys that get drafted early, but most of them are DBs, man. The front seven's not as good as it used to be. So it showed this week. And it showed against Tennessee. It's they got to win shootouts now, and you're not used to that with Georgia. So
yes, great point.
It's weird.
Great point.
Yeah, usually they score 21, they win most every game. Their defense is so good. They win 21. They usually win 21-17, whatever. But if they score 21, it's usually enough for them. But
true.
Man, I don't know. They're still really good though.
They are. That's why really I can't jump on the Alabama bandwagon and I can't hop off the Georgia just yet. That's why this week was so weird.
Georgia's still better than them.
Yes.
I'm still taking them on neutral field, buddy.
Agreed. That's how I feel about USC and Illinois.
My life's on the line.
That's how I feel about. I can't. I don't know why.
Somebody got a gun to your head. If you don't pick the right team, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm picking Georgia.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I don't know though. I might pick Illinois after that game. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Illinois kind of dominated, like we talked about. It shouldn't have been that close.
I know. I just really like Jaden Maeva.
Oh, he's great, but you still got Riley coaching him and that defense.
You make a good point.
You still got that defense, bro.
That defense was horrendous.
Some of the plays,
some of the plays they were coming up with, I'm just come.
Eric Gentry's the only guy they got out there. He has to do everything.
Yeah.
And he can't do it all. He can't cover every single guy. So, I don't know. Their defense is just going to – we should have known, man, when we made that pick, that their defense was going to come back and bite them.
I know.
That's what Lincoln Riley's teams do. We got fooled because they have a great quarterback. We love Maeva. So, we got fooled by him and Lemon and their great offense. But they always have the great offense. man.
And they have some crazy recruits coming in.
500 yards Illinois.
Hussein Longstreet's already on a team. They
They
got
gave him a
Jonas.
carry.
Yes, he did.
16-yarder.
Yeah, he was quick too. He burst to the outside real quick.
Nice little play call.
They got Jonas Williams coming in at quarterback as well. Brett Kolajay coming in. Booby Feaster coming in a couple of years at wide receiver. I think that got into my head to the pick a little bit. Maybe.
Yeah, the future.
Yeah, maybe the future got into my head for the Trojans and not this. That's this year, but it was an impressive win from Illinois and from Alabama. But we'll see. Was this an identity week for who? What team out of our top 6 that you did see, you're like, no, this definitely showed what I needed to know about this team, and I know who they are.
Ole Miss, man.
Okay, love that.
Yeah, I mean, they proved they can win a low-scoring game now.
Yeah.
In the past, if this 24-19 game, that's the one they lose.
Yes.
But this team's really changed their identity overnight, seemingly with their defense and their intensity.
Their quarterback play, man. Trinidad is
they've always had that though. Jackson Dart was great. Obviously, he's a first rounder.
Jackson Dart wasn't running for 100 yards this consistently.
That's
though.
true.
The Trinidad, this guy has.
I mean,
they just play harder.
Talent level. He ain't.
Yeah, no, I'm
even,
talking.
I mean, Dart's a little better, probably talent level.
Yeah,
this guy's great. Yeah,
but we all expected
this guy's
Dart
mistake free too.
We all expected it. We all expected Dart to be good. He came from USC. It's like, all right, can we live up to the expectations we've built up for this guy? Can he do it? And as opposed to Trinidad, we had no expectations for this guy. Sure. He's coming in and he's surprising everybody. And I think that's like when your quarterback goes down, that's been so hyped up this past offseason, and this guy comes in and balls, that makes you feel a lot better and gives you a new hope. And I think, this team's ready to roll. We might have not even seen the best of the Ole Miss yet this season.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I mean, this guy's only started 3 games still. I mean, you still got several weeks to get better. Yeah, it seems really good. They're tough to beat.
Dude.
They're tough to beat, man.
Dude, are they like the Georgia Tech of the SEC?
Georgia Tech, well, this is another game we talk about. They got lucky.
Let's get into it. Georgia Tech,
20-3.
They went, they was looking bad against Robbie Ashford and Wake Forest. We thought Wake Forest was going to come away with the win. Let's get into a few games we want to touch into outside of our top 6, and then we'll do our Pump the Break segment that we've been so happy to do. I love doing the Pump the Break segment because a lot of narratives get created over the weekend. As close to, Sunday morning, you already got, guys losing their job and guys who should lose their job, and this player's done. You look at a team like Jackson Dart, or look at our guy Cutter Boley at Kentucky. I mean, what are they going to do? Lenore Sellers got a good win, so I think a lot of people come away with a lot of narratives over the weekend, and we can pump the brakes on a few of those. Before we do, Dalton, let's touch on the game. What are your thoughts?
Wake Forest?
Yeah.
Man, Wake Forest was up 20-3 with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. I mean, it's looking like a great win for Wake Forest. Then everything just fell apart for them.
Yeah.
Like it happens all the time. I respect the decision to go for 2 on the first overtime to win the game instead of going the second overtime. But it didn't work out for him. But, man, Robbie Ashford played his best game as a college player probably ever.
Agreed.
219 yards passing, no picks, but 82 rushing yards and a touchdown on 10 carries. So, he had a good game, man. Damon Claiborne, 119 yards. They ran for 210. But Georgia Tech really struggled. This is what you worry about with this team. They play to their competition level, man. They play a ranked team, they're going to win somehow. They play an unranked team, they might lose.
You still like them winning the ACC?
I still like them. They're still going to be 11-0 going to Georgia, but they're going to have some uncomfortable wins like this one.
Yeah.
They're going to have some dog fights, but Haynes King, he pulls through, bro.
They're the worst good team?
Haynes King pulls through, though. He's such a good college quarterback. I feel about Haynes. As a college QB, man, he's
a lot of good college quarterbacks,
like,
man.
If he was on, Georgia,
they
beat Bama.
I know.
And they probably the favorites to win it all.
I know.
That's what I mean. He's a great college QB, but.
And do you think they're the worst good team?
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah. They're going to look way better than they are just because of their schedule. Yeah, I still think they're good. But are they top 12? Really, probably not. No. But they're going to look like it because they're going to be 11-0. I think. I mean, I don't know. They might definitely drop one now that they shouldn't after this week. They might lose to Duke.
Louisville.
Duke's looking better. They don't play Louisville.
Oh, yeah, that was last year.
They don't got to play Louisville.
Clemson. Yeah. I think they're really missing Eric Singleton, man. If they had Eric Singleton who transferred to Auburn, this team could be a shoe-in. I would have no doubt of them winning the ACC.
I mean,
being in the playoffs.
They got Syracuse without Angeli is a joke, apparently. 38-3 loss to Duke. Tells you how good that guy is, by the way. Shout out Steve. I'm a huge fan.
Get well soon, Steve.
Great quarterback.
Steve.
He's going to be back next year. I don't know if he comes back to Syracuse or goes somewhere else, but he only played 4 games.
They'll probably have him back.
So he gets the red shirt, but he was second in the country in passing yards before he got hurt. So great player. And then you seen the downfall of Ricky Collins. No wonder he won the job. But Georgia Tech got Virginia Tech next, man. That might be a good game.
Talk about Virginia Tech, man. They just came up with a 23-21 win
on the road.
I mean, I just fired their coach. I mean, it's only uphill from here. They get the win against NC State, 23-21. What are your thoughts on it, man?
What's up with NC State? They always get this hype. Dave Doran, he's always going to turn it around. This year's the year.
They have no identity.
I'm tired of hearing about this. They got good players. You got CJ Bailey, NFL quarterback. You got Hollywood Smothers. You got Noah Rogers, transfer from Ohio State. Justin Jolly at tight end, man. Used to be way better. I just don't think the coach is it. You can't lose this game. You can't lose this game at home to a team with a new interim coach, man. Like, they just lost to Old Dominion by 20. You can't lose this game as your NC State. So, it's just a bad loss. Great win for Virginia Tech. Huge for them. But on the other side of the token, man, NC State's got to be – they're probably demoralized that they lost this game. I would be if I was a player. We lost to this team. You know what I mean?
That just goes to show you the next game for NC State is crucial. And that's going to tell you a lot about this team. But Terrion Stewart, running back for Virginia Tech, had a big game. 15 carries, 174 yards, and 11.6 yards per carry.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you take
that.
You
get a first down every carry?
Yeah, you take that any day of the week, man. Any day of the week. So it's weird how you see teams sometimes do a 180, even if it's for a couple games after they make that coaching change. It always goes to show you, all right, it gives you a little hope here. Like, okay, that they're energized. They got a little spark, and maybe that coaching change was the right move. And a lot of people question those when they make them that early. But, when they get wins like that, like, all right, the AD and the powers that be, they wanted to salvage something from this season. They wanted to see something as opposed to let it die and just quit and tank. And I think we see a lot. We see that a lot with NFL as opposed to college. That's what makes me like college so much more.
Me too.
So I love it, man. Virginia Tech, big win. Let's get into, I think, one of the other last games we have outside of our top 6 was the Florida State game. Everyone saw the field rush there. Virginia.
Oh, yeah, crazy.
Yeah, trampled.
Squirrel White.
Yeah, Squirrel. Our boy Squirrel. My boy Squirrel.
That's
Imagine
funny,
saying, like, I'm going to Squirrel's house.
Oh, boy Squirrel. Never thought I'd hear that. But, yeah, I love his name. But I hope he's okay, man. Honestly.
No, yeah, they said he was fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they did say he was fine, but that's crazy. And the pictures, pictures worth 1,000
They were
words.
saying this might be the one that ends officially bans, like, field storming.
Yeah.
Because he could have got hurt bad, dude.
Yeah, he could have.
And then, I hate Florida State as much as anybody, but still, I don't want to see him get hurt.
Yeah.
Anybody, especially from the fans. So, yeah, I think field storming, it had its time, right? I think it's overused now. Like, it's overdone. It's overplayed.
Respect to Florida State. I cannot believe they were number 8.
I know.
That blows my mind.
It's because they beat Bama, and Bama's good, though. Bama's good after they beat Georgia on the road. Like, Bama's actually
Gus
good.
Malzahn beat Bama.
So that's what it was. But still, man, yeah, they should have been ranked that high after one win, especially after going 2-10 last year. Yeah, that was a team pump the brakes on Florida State.
Ooh.
But everybody's doing it now anyways because they lost. But I'm saying before this week, it was pump the brakes. And you know how I love Chandler Morris, so Chandler Morris got it done. My guy. 2 rushing touchdowns. He was just getting away from so many sacks, man. He was very mobile that game. I didn't see him avoid that many sacks in his career, so he's playing better every week. Virginia's a problem. They're ranked now, number 24. Dang, they're almost undefeated, man. That NC State game they lost. They had that one. They should be 5-0. But Tony Elliott turning it around, it looks like, at UVA, man. He was on the hot seat coming into the year.
Respect, yes, definitely. We were talking about that. I remember talking about that in our ACC previews. We were talking about Virginia. What are they going to do? And this is a big year for them. Chandler Morris getting the job done. A lot of our guys that we discovered last year, Caton Hauser, had some good wins.
Good
this
one
week.
Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, and they got dubs, and they're looking good, man. And couldn't be more than happier for them. And love it. Indiana got another win too.
Man.
You said you're not really loving the Indiana talk here. You're not really all in, and you're not fooled. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah, okay, yeah, one good game against Illinois. Okay, apparently that was a perfect storm. I mean, Iowa wins this game in my opinion. If Gronowski doesn't get hurt, they go down the field. I mean, they did go down the field anyways, and they got missed a field goal.
Yeah.
But they're gonna get. My point is, I think they'd get closer. They're gonna get a closer field goal. Would have been a 40+ yarder, been a 30-yarder, 20-yarder. They might even score a touchdown with Gronowski in there. He was playing good, man. And you got Hank White out there.
Hank.
That's all you need to know. His name's Hank, man. With all due respect. So he ain't
Shout out to Hank knows ball, man.
Hank White.
Shout out to our guy Hank, man. That's my dog.
Yeah, Devon Williams, QB1.
That's my dog, man. Shout out to Hank. I hope.
Yeah, I like Hank, man.
I haven't really
Good
talked to
guy.
Hank because he's a Washington fan and I'm a Gonzaga fan. We haven't really had that discussion yet.
Oh,
So because it's
Basketball
basketball season, but
man, I'm not sold on this team, no.
you're not so. I'm sold on Fernando Mendoza, the player. Am I sold on Indiana Hoosiers, the team? No. That's my take.
You see a last play of the game?
No.
He ran like 50 yards backwards. You got the safety.
I seen a lot of that craziness this week.
He could have just ran 50 yards and threw it, though, so now you get a safety.
Yeah.
Why'd you get the safety? It's kind of fishy, man.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of weirdness.
Somebody might have had some cash on it that he knew.
No, for Mendoza's going to be Mendoza's
change the money line.
I think Mendoza comes out this year. I think he is going to be quarterback at least 2, 3 at the lowest. Honestly, he's a pro quarterback, but 20-15 victory over Iowa. Am I sold on the team? No, like I said, I don't think are they going to be back at the playoffs? Definitely not. But are they going to have a better record? Yes. What do you think? Are they going to the playoffs? Indiana going to the playoffs?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Yeah, probably. Not even that good, but
yeah.
Hey,
is that an indictment on the playoffs, or are they just good? Or
it's indictment on the schedule.
Okay.
They got 2 hard teams. They lose to them both. They go 10-2. They probably get the last seed.
Good take.
That's all it is.
I agree.
Like, as much as people are going to compare the SEC to the Big Ten, it's not close. If you look at the conference schedule, it's really not.
No. And then we touched last week.
It's about the depth. Yeah, the top for sure. Big Ten can compete. But it's about the depth. You don't got to play freaking Oklahoma. Oklahoma's ranked 5 now. They're not even that good either.
That's crazy. Oklahoma's 5.
Hey, them 6. Like that. Those are supposed to be like 2 of your easier SEC games this year. So like, it's crazy, man. The depth of the SEC.
But with A&M being 6, if I wake up, if I have a long day at work or just a long day, and I sleep through all the games, and if I wake up, my phone says Texas A&M loses to blank, I'm not surprised. So to think that they're 6th right now is really surprising. Surprising, man.
They got a good team, though, honestly.
They are good. I like Marcel Reed.
Good running
we get
backs.
all 22 access film, and I'm putting in for Texas A&M film this week. I want to break down Marcel Reed badly. I want to get to know this guy more and his tendencies as we build our quarterback list, because I am intrigued by him. I think there's lots of stuff to build on. He's got a lot of Lenore Sellers in him. I think he's got a lot of I don't know who kind of reminds me.
He's dynamic, man.
Yeah, he's dynamic. Like I said, I want to get into more of him. He's an athlete, but he doesn't have to use his athleticism. He's got a good arm. He's young. And I think he's got a bright future. I can't wait to watch some more film on him.
He's got a lot of good players this year. They're loaded. Like, every position, 3 good backs. You got Concepcion at receiver.
Offensive line.
Great. Zune and Co at O-line.
What? Bazantis?
Chase Basantis.
Yeah.
Armaj Reed Adams at guard. So, yeah, really good O-line. Cassius Howell at DN. Will Lee at corner. I mean, they're pretty good across the board, man. So,
hell yeah.
They did a good job building this team up. It's just, I don't believe in Texas A&M until I see them do it, man. They haven't consistently won big games in a row. They might win 1, but they haven't won 3 or 4 in a row. And that's what you got to do in the SEC to compete. So, I got to see it before I believe it. We'll see. We'll see what they do in the rest of the year. But I'm still not a believer in them. Not top 6 good. Not playoff good even, probably. But 15th in the nation, probably. But I don't think they're top 12, man.
I agree. I think
maybe next year, though. Reed comes back.
True.
He probably will. So next year, A&M's going to be a problem.
Yeah. That's true. And then a lot of recruits coming in, and they have a lot of money. They're going to get guys. They're going to fill holes in the portal. They'll probably just replenish and reload in the offensive line of the guys that they lose this year, and they'll probably be right back at it. Elko is one of the coaches I do say I still have questions on. I really do. but we'll see. I'm not saying I don't like him. I just want to see him.
Oh, I like him, but yeah,
Yeah,
you
just
got a
want
lot to prove still.
yeah, just want to see him win some more. But going through a couple of these games before we let everyone get on with their week. Hope everyone's having a great Monday. And man, my Packers tied. It was so dumb.
Worse than losing, honestly.
It is worse than
It's
maybe
crazy to say it, but it really.
sort of.
I mean, it's not at the end of the year, but
I think as a fan, it's worse than losing.
Yeah.
As a player, it's not.
No.
But as
Well,
a
you see how
fan,
mad that players just are annoyed by
they're
it.
still mad too.
They're just annoyed. It's like, damn, we just did this for nothing.
Pretty
bro.
much.
They just put our bodies on the line for a tie. Like you can see, they just like left off. Like you see them after the game, the way in their faces, they were just whatever.
That's true.
I hate that rule. You shouldn't tie in sports, bro.
It makes no sense, man.
Baseball, you can't tie in.
We put
Basketball,
all
you
this
can't
money,
tie in.
billion-dollar enterprise, and you all want to walk away with no winner.
Can't tie in baseball or basketball.
Yeah.
Can't tie in college football. But some reason you can tie in the NFL. Stupid, man.
Yeah, they got to change that. That's why we're a college football show. Shout out. Last
That
couple
is why. That's
last couple games we want to get into, want to touch on before we get out of here. Cincinnati, shout out to them. Big
Yeah.
win against Kansas.
I got to shout out them.
Sorsby,
dude,
puts his name in the hat for Player of the Week, which we will have out later today.
I told you he's good.
Oh God,
I
come
did.
on!
I did say that.
And that is
He's
a
good.
perfect segue to Pump the Brakes
He's
segment,
good.
brought to you by nobody yet, but I'm gonna get that sponsored by like O'Reilly's or something down the road.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
goal. Pump the Brakes segment. Pump the brakes on Sorsby. I like the guy, but he has a good game. He did, and hats off to him. We are still right now at like a standstill on who we're giving Player of the Week. We talked to it before the stream. We're going to talk to it after, and we'll post it later today. But Sorsby is definitely down to our last three. But I will at that give him his flowers, but at the same time, pump the brakes because I don't think this guy is a top 10 quarterback.
Maybe not, but he's also underrated in the country. Underrated in the country. The whole country. Most underrated. 10 touchdowns and 1 pick this year, bro.
Okay. It's a little That's respectable.
And a lot of rushing yards to go with those. 4 rushing touchdowns.
Okay.
I'm telling you. And if you watch him play, he's a dog.
He's not better than Taylor Green.
It's really debatable.
Really? Oh, man.
Taylor Green just lost 56-13.
His coach did.
He lost 3 straight. He lost to freaking Memphis.
Shout out
man.
CJ Carr.
Taylor Green lost to Memphis, man.
Hey, Memphis is a good ball club. Shout
really
out
good,
Seth
but
Hitting
still,
again.
You shouldn't lose them in the SEC. I'm just saying.
I agree.
Even if they're really good, and they are. But either way, I love Sorsby. I told you I liked him, man. We don't talk about Cincinnati on here usually because they don't usually get good wins. This is a good win. They won on the road at Kansas. They were plus 5.5. Jalen Daniels went off. They still won. Sorsby 388. A lot of rushing yards too. He's a dog. He's a dog. I like him. But he's one of those guys you'll take on a Saturday.
Yeah, I would take him on a Saturday if
I would take him for sure this year.
I
If he
would.
was our starting quarterback, we might be undefeated, Daniel.
I would take. Okay, I'm gonna put you to the test
Quarter's
right
probably
here.
4-0.
I'll give you 2 quarterbacks, and I want you to tell me if you take these 2 over him or not. Mestamaker,
Nah.
Caden Hauser.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm not taking him over. I'm taking Sorsby over both of them.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Dude, have you actually watched this guy play ball?
Yes.
Yeah, he's pretty damn good. He's so tough. He makes the receivers way better than they are. He might be single-handedly saving Scott Satterfield's job.
I was about to say that. I will give him some slack on. He's got to overcome a lot of bad coaching around him.
4-1 Cincinnati.
That's weird to say.
Yeah. They might actually be good, but we'll see. They got a lot more games left. A lot of meat of the Big 12 schedule coming up, but
false.
Pretty good. I like Sorsby, man. He's gonna give them a couple more wins that people are gonna be like, damn, they shouldn't have won that game.
Really?
That's my prediction. Yeah.
Okay. We'll get into it.
He beat Jalen Daniels. Everybody's high on Jalen Daniels, college quarterback.
Yeah, that's true.
He went heads up and beat him. So
definitely high on him as a college quarterback, as a pro prospect. Definitely like to pump the brakes on him. But Cincinnati, you say you like them to come up with a couple more respectable wins for the remaining of the year.
I do.
Bringing up their schedule before you let the people out of here and let them amicably move along on the Monday.
I told you they're favored this week.
Iowa State, they are favored. So, I mean, we just talked about this stream how we think Iowa State's going to win.
Yeah, I do. But still, they ain't one of the wins.
See, man.
But look, after this, they're gonna win the next two, so they'll be
Duh.
5-2 after that.
Oh, so let's let the people know who they play.
Just
They play UCF. They play UCF and Oklahoma State.
I didn't make the schedule.
But you said they're gonna have another win where you go, oh, they shouldn't have won the game. So are they gonna beat Utah?
They're gonna beat BYU
Oh,
at home.
that's gonna be such a win you hang
They're
your hat
ranked.
on. That's gonna be.
They're ranked. Barry Bachmeier been playing good as a freshman, man.
They might
And they might freaking beat Utah after.
They might only win 2 games the rest of the season.
No way.
Yeah,
They're going bowl with Sorsby if he stays healthy.
they're gonna win. They're gonna win the next. They're gonna lose to Iowa State. Then they're gonna win the 2 after that.
Yeah,
UCF,
5-2.
Oklahoma State, and then Baylor losing.
They're not losing all 5 of those.
Yes, they're losing to Baylor, Utah, Arizona, BYU, TCU. Losing all of them.
No shot.
Yes, they are. And then Satterfield hits the door.
No way. It was all.
They give him his walking papers.
No way. There's all of them.
They will.
With the good QB. They beat Fido. They beat Bachmeier. One of the two. They
might beat Arizona.
Might beat both of them.
They might beat Arizona. That's the only game I think they might win. Arizona.
Whatever. Well, you're gonna be proven wrong. You gotta eat crow. You have to eat crow on this one.
But you said they're gonna have one more game.
Yeah, BYU.
It's gonna be BYU.
You're gonna beat BYU.
The guy whose quarterback's number 47.
Yeah, they just beat Caden Hauser.
Shout out Caden Hauser. If Caden Hauser was on Kentucky, they would have a better record.
I mean, probably not yet.
Maybe not.
I mean,
Kentucky's got a lot of
South
holes.
Carolina, like they probably still lose those games.
But if you put okay,
they beat Eastern Michigan, Toledo.
Give me a team here.
Yeah, Florida.
Yeah, if Caden Hauser was on Florida, you all would be a lot better.
3-1 probably. Yeah. Maybe even undefeated. Yeah, I know.
You all would be a lot better. But that's pretty much going to wrap it.
Sorsby would be 4-0.
Shut up. 4-0 undefeated. You beat LSU.
Oh yeah, 5 picks. You went throwing 5. You throw 0.
All right, you might be right.
I'm just saying. I ain't talking shit.
What's your pump the brakes segment before we get out of here? You need to pump the brakes on everyone that's kind of overhyped. What's everyone that need to chill out
on? Oklahoma, ranked 5th, bro, and Mateer's out for 3 weeks. They're ranked 5th.
That is surprising.
You can pump the brakes on them. They're not that good, especially without Mateer. He was the whole offense. Their defense is good still, but where are the points going to come from? They can't run the ball. They couldn't run the ball even with Mateer, right?
No.
And this Hawkins,
no, they had to rely on him for a good 50, 60 yards a game.
He was our leading rusher.
Yeah.
So I just don't think they're gonna. You got to pump the brakes on Oklahoma. They might not even be ranked in a month from now.
Ooh, hot take.
1 month from now, Oklahoma won't be in the top 25. Yeah. Man.
Wow.
We'll stay here in a month and be like, oh man, remember when Oklahoma was ranked 5th? And be like, no, I don't actually remember that.
I will say we will remember when they were ranked 5th, but at that time they will not be unranked. They will still be ranked. But I do think 5 is too high. I do like your selection.
Well, they say Mateer was missing 4 games.
3 to 4. But he's a dog. So that's like 2.5.
Their schedule is crazy over at time.
So 2.5. They might come in second half if they need him on 1 game or something.
So they're going to lose to Texas and South Carolina without them. And they got Ole Miss, first game back. They're going to lose 3 straight.
Not a hot take at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a hot take at all.
I wish it was. That'd be cool. You know, like hot takes. But yeah, definitely pump the brakes on Oklahoma being ranked 5th, brother.
That's going to put the SEC, everyone, I don't know, man. Is Ole Miss going to sneak it?
They definitely might.
If Lane Kiffin gets an SEC championship, pay that man whatever he wants. Get him a statue while he's there. Documentary while he's coaching, also statue while he's still at the same school. If he wins the SEC championship with Trinidad Chambliss, shout out Trinidad, but totally unexpected. And okay, do you think last year's Ole Miss is better than this year's Ole Miss team? I think it was.
Should have been. Like on paper, yes.
On paper,
Dart's better because on paper he's better. He's a first round pick. They had better. You mind the Ellen?
Yes.
DN last year. But I mean, they didn't lose that much if we think about it, I guess, in the draft, right? That's really
Yeah,
the two big guys they lost.
yeah. I've lost
So
a couple
they're not too
DNs.
much better.
Lost a couple defensive guys, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, besides Jamal Allen, I can't think of
Another
one.
one. I thought they.
But they got Perkins back. So
Mm,
Taryn Perkins is back. Um, man, they're good in every phase.
yeah, they are. They
Good
are.
running backs, good receivers, good O line.
They're composed. They stay composed when it's a big fourth down, big third down, and that's big, man. Shout out to Lane. His fist bumping has got me excited for him. I'm not an Ole Miss fan, man. I was for a second though. It's like God, dude, he's just I love to see that. Not a lot of guys are, a lot of coaches are fist pumping and that excited to win. Either they gotten used to it or it's just such a relief to where they feel like they, I don't know, can't do that, but winning's winning, man. You got to enjoy your wins. It's hard to come by, especially in the SEC with
Yeah.
all the powers that be, all the factors at play. It's hard to get wins, man. So shout out to Lane Kiffin. And before we go, you got any last words before we see everybody else back on Wednesday night?
No, man, I'm good. I just think college balls this year are so wide open.
Wide open.
I can't. Ohio State's a favorite, but their offense is still not looking great. Their defense is balling out. But can you really sustain that? If somebody's going to find something, a hole in your defense eventually. Watching film and stuff, like their offense got to play better. But that's why I think it's wide open, man. I'm not telling who's going to win this year, really.
I agree, but I think I see
They're
Ohio
the
State.
favorite, I get it. But
I see Ohio State hitting that arc. Ennis hasn't really got going yet.
I just don't think he's that good. I don't think he's that good.
Tate and Smith, I think they're just kind of like the Eagles, man. Really, they really do remind me like the Eagles. Because you got Devontae Smith, you got A.J. Brown. They haven't went over. I don't think any of those guys went over 100 yards all season. I think they've only had like 60 yards combined this week. So
Smith had a tutty, I know that. But
yeah, but it's like you have these talented guys. They don't use them until it's playoff time, and then when it comes playoff time, one of them shows out and they do it. I just think we haven't seen the best of them yet, and we have seen the best of almost everybody else. Almost. I think Oregon's got a good shot. I will give them credit. Besides that, man, I think a lot of other teams are going to have to win me over. I do think it's doable. I'm not closed-minded on it, but right now, I do think it's Ohio State, Oregon, and then there is a bit of a gap.
fair enough.
Who do you like as contenders right now? I know it's early, but I mean, your Clemson pick went. A lot of people had Clemson looking good, but right now, who do you see contending with Ohio State? Who do you see beating them?
Miami.
Really,
I hate to say it, but
really, I don't hate it.
yeah, they're really good at every position, man.
Okay.
They're loaded.
Anybody else?
Talent wise, they're loaded. So Miami's up there. Oregon's up there too. SEC, man, I don't know. I don't know if we got a dominant team. Ole Miss? No, Ole Miss ain't beating Ohio
But not
State.
beating Ohio State.
So I don't. Georgia still could beat them, I think.
Really?
Even though they lost to Bama, I know, but
Hmm.
it's still Georgia Kirby. If they got a chance at them, if Ohio State wins, it's gonna be about 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
If Georgia loses, it's about 3 always. Anyway.
Agreed. Agreed.
That would be a great game.
That's fair.
Yeah. Those are the 4 biggest contenders right now for sure. But
Okay.
injury away from something changing. So
Yeah, everything changing, and hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully we get to see everyone
hopefully.
play out, which I'm excited to see and catch everyone back on Wednesday night. We got Chris Connor joining the show from the Last Call podcast, friend of the program. Always a pleasure to have him on. Catch us tonight on Draft Professor. Catch us there every Monday like we normally are. And then Wednesday, Home Squad Sports is back live. And looking forward to it. We got another 6 games we'll get into. Dalton's already gave away one of his picks. He's got Vandy over Bama for the 2nd year in a row. They're trying to make that a regular thing. Man, I don't know. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. I can't wait. And check for our player of the week.
Bama don't know how to. They don't know how to do that yet with DeBoer. I don't know how to win back-to-back big. And I can't believe I'm saying it's a big game against Vandy, but it is. And it's hard. Last year, that's what happened. They beat Georgia and lost to Vandy. I think it's a deja vu scenario.
Okay. I don't hate
Big
it.
letdown.
I don't hate it just because Alabama's not Alabama no more.
No?
They're not.
Vandy's not Vandy anymore either. Honestly,
Ooh.
they're not the old Vandy. I mean,
All right, man. We'll see. We'll see this post Pavia era what
oh
they're
well, I'm
gonna
just saying
do.
this year only.
Yeah, I
Shit,
agree.
this
I
year
agree.
only. This year only. I'm
Okay.
not saying in the future.
I mean, I think the future Bama just I don't
I'm
ever
just
see
talking
them.
1 year only for Vandy.
I
Man.
never see Bama getting back to just
Oh, Bama. I mean,
no.
like I said earlier, it's gonna be hard to ever have a Saban again with the portal and stuff. Man.
Yeah, it's just gonna be hard to just pencil them in every year for like the last 3 or 4 of the year. It's really hard. We'll see. We'll see who can take reins, and like I said, we'll catch us at Wednesday 8 p.m. Everyone that's been tuning in, we really appreciate it. Like I said, last episode was our highest ever, and we're looking to keep that rolling. Appreciate everyone that's been rocking with us, and we will see you Wednesday. See ya.
See ya.
Peace.